I haven't been this nervous for a fight probably ever.
Why?
Because I want Conor to knock him out. You know, normally when we go into these fights, everybody's in the UFC. You know, it's our guy versus our guy. I'm not going to say there haven't been special situations where I've, you know, pulled against a Tito or something like that, but, you know, it's usually our guy versus our guy, and whoever wins, wins. This is obviously a huge, you know, a lot at stake here on both sides. So, yeah, I've been pretty nervous. When the Patriots won the Super Bowl last year, I wore a Patriots shirt every day for a week. So I'm wearing a Conor McGregor shirt every day this week. I'm not superstitious or anything, but fuck it, I'll give it a shot. It's fun to be a part of something this big and this special, you know. This thing will break every record that's ever been as far as combat sports go. There's already a ton that it has. I mean, this is the most distributed fight in history of fighting. Over 200 countries will have this fight. Over 1 billion homes can get it, you know, on some form of television. If you have Wi-Fi, I don't care where you are. If you're on the moon, you can get this fight. You know, it's big. When I think back to when Lorenzo and I got into this, right? This is the type of fight we used to dream about. You know, you would never think that it would be a boxing versus MMA fight, but the fights that don't make sense always pop up, and ones you don't expect, the ones you don't see coming, it always happens in this sport.
There's still critics that say that Conor has absolutely no chance in this fight. I know you said you stopped doubting him, but is there something tangible that, like, you've seen him, you've seen the training, you've seen the sparring, is there something tangible?
You guys saw some of the sparring.
Here's how he's going to win.
When I really saw him sparring and I saw, you know, how well he was doing, and guys, you know, and he hit so hard, and he's so confident in himself, you know. You sit in a room with Conor for 2 minutes and he'll make you believe too. At the end of the day, the people who don't believe it don't know anything about fighting. You know nothing about fighting. This isn't going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Conor McGregor has knockout power on both hands. There's going to be 8-ounce gloves, and he's going to go in there to knock out Floyd Mayweather. It depends on, is Floyd really going to do what Floyd says he's going to do? Is Floyd going to come forward? He might, because he might believe that, you know, he can hit Conor at will, and he's too fast, and he's a boxer, so maybe he thinks he can. But I'll tell you what, if he gets clipped one time, he won't keep coming forward. He will back up. And if he decides to run and do what he does when he fights, then it'll be a different kind of fight, you know? But make no mistake, this will be a fight. Anybody here tell me the last time you saw a boring Conor McGregor fight? They don't exist. He is going to go in and go after Floyd.
Dana, where y'all get the 4.9 million buys at? Or at least Leonard's throwing that out there, because that's a crazy number.
Well, what happens is when there's a system to this. When you start to get in the reports on pre-buys, these guys have never done digital before. Boxing's never done digital. Our digital buys are off the charts. And what that means is you can go on to UFC.tv and you can buy the fight. The pre-buys are the biggest we've ever had by far. What does that mean? I don't know. We've never done it. They do pretty damn well for the UFC, so you got to imagine for this fight it's going to be off the charts. You look at DirecTV, all the different cable systems, and all that stuff. The betting. So the biggest sporting event ever bet was Mayweather versus Pacquiao. That was $70 million. Bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than anything. They're saying that they're expecting this one to be $140 million. So when you look at all the numbers that start to come in, you can start putting that stuff together on. We're tracking ahead of Mayweather Pacquiao on pay-per-view buys. Yeah.
Danny, I mean, you're cheering for your guy, obviously, right? But I mean, if Conor wins here, it seems like there'll be more boxing opportunities for him than there may be UFC opportunities. So, I mean, is there any fear in a little bit that, like, we may be losing our guy?
Well, the question is, if there's other boxing opportunities, who does he box? Canelo. I saw that fight. It doesn't end well. I saw that fight already. And that,
did you see their scuffle today?
Yeah, the guy is a commentator for Showtime, and he's going down and picking fights with Conor down at it's just crazy, madness. But yeah, no, I'd like to see him come back and defend his title in the UFC instead of any boxing opportunities after this. But yeah, I mean, the kid is special, and obviously, if he knocks out Floyd Mayweather, holy shit, you know, it's just, who the fuck knows what he'll do next? Anything is possible. The sky is the limit. Literally, the sky is the limit.
I'm sure he comes back to you and says, I'd like a little more money next time I'm in the cage.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to have that conversation. And I don't mind it. I welcome that conversation. He deserves it.